What's up, boys? It's Crook here, back again with another story time. Now, in today's story time, I'm gonna be telling the story about how I kind of got into an altercation. Well, not an altercation per se, but I had an interaction with a registered sex offender. Yup, I know a registered. Ah, fuck. Can't. Do you know English? No. But yeah. I'm gonna be telling the story time of how I got into an interaction with a registered sex offender. If you do like the video, go ahead and like and subscribe. You'd really be making my day by doing that. I really do appreciate all the support I've been getting over on TikTok and over on the YouTube channel. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I love you guys. Let's get into the story time. Now, this story time takes place when I was in 5th grade, but not really when I was in 5th grade, it was the summer. So, yeah. So, like I said, it was the summer, and around this time, Corona wasn't really a thing, so everyone, could still go outside without wearing a mask. Everyone could just have a pretty normal summer. So every single day, my brother would come over to my house, knock on my door, and we'd walk outside and play basketball with random people. Just trying to get through the summer as quick as we can. And then, we'd always go over to his cousin's house, who we're just gonna name Trevor. So yeah, we'd always go to this kid Trevor's house. He had a basketball goal, and we'd go over there and play basketball, right? Now, the thing about Trevor is that his father was a registered sex offender. Yes, I know a registered sex offender for a dad has to suck balls. And I'm not going to say their names because I never say the names of the people involved in my stories. But I'm definitely not going to say the name this time because, I don't really want to do that. But yeah, his father was a registered sex offender, and pretty much not everyone knew, but a certain select few people knew, including my brother. And one day he told me, but it was like the day before the story time takes place, right? So he'd always tell me. Well, no, he didn't always tell me. He told me the day before, coincidentally. And then the next day, I wake up and we go over to his friend, to Trevor's house, and we start playing basketball. We're playing, just minding our own business, and all of a sudden, when I'm playing, the ball slips out of my hand. I tried shooting the ball, and the ball slipped out of my hand, and it hit like this little light thing that was right beside their door. And then everyone looked over at it and then looked at me and was just started doing, the ooh thing that everyone used to do, like in fucking elementary school. So just like, ooh, you're gonna get in trouble. And I was like, oh shit. And I look over at it, and sure enough, it was like, look. So it was a light bulb, and it was wrapped, alright, look. So it was this glass structure that was like a box, right? And then it had a hole in the bottom where the light bulb went. So I had broken that glass, and the light bulb popped out. So, it wasn't looking too good for that thing. So I was like, fuck, I gotta go. So I get my stuff, and I'm like, bro, I gotta go. I'm not about to do with your dad. And he's like, bro, nah, you gotta say sorry to him. That's his shit, man. I'm not gonna let you just walk away without saying sorry to him. You fucked up his shit. And I was like, bro, nah, like, your dad's a literal sex offender. And he's like, okay, well, that doesn't mean he's gonna fucking rape you, you idiot. And everyone starts laughing, and I'm just like, bro, fuck you, I'm leaving. And before I could leave, my stepbrother comes up and he's like, bro, just don't leave, just say sorry, it's not that big of a deal. I'm like, alright, I guess so. So, yeah, I stay and I sit down, and we keep playing basketball after that. And, I'm really paranoid. And then all of a sudden, way earlier than his dad came back from work, actually, I see his dad's car, like, down the street. And then when I see that, I'm just like, holy fuck, I am fucked. And then he steps out and he says hi to his son. And he's like, Dad, Stanford did something to the light by our door. And at that moment, I just wanted to beat the absolute living shit out of that kid at that point. The guy was literally just ratting me out for no reason, knowing that I didn't want to be in that situation. But just like the guy Trevor was, he just had to snitch. So he goes over, he directs him over to where it was, and shows him. And then he's just like, "Oh, why would you do this?" And he's not that mad, but you could see from his face and his voice that he wasn't really that like, you know, appealed that his shit just got broken. So he's like, "Who did this?" And then everyone just looked at me and pointed at me, and he looks over at me with like this like fucking intense stare, and he's like, "You have to say sorry." And I was like, "Yeah, okay." And I say sorry, and he's like, "Alright, it's not that big of a deal. Just go on about what you're doing." And he walks in the house. Now, I'm not saying this kid's dad was like a fucking teddy bear, not in the fucking slightest. This guy was like, he didn't come off as the nicest person, given that he was a sex offender and all. But he actually wasn't as bad as I, expected him to be. He was really chill about it, and I really do appreciate him being like that. But now, I think Trevor has actually moved, so, I haven't heard from him in a while. So, yeah, that's the story of how I was very scared of a sex offender. Love you guys. Go ahead and like and subscribe and go follow my other socials. And Crook is out.